Picture this. You sat down to play one of your favorite roguelikes. The run is starting to shape up pretty well. You're acquiring some good new items and abilities for your character, you're improving your stats, and just when you started getting hope that this might just be that god run everybody's talking about, you get hit by a sneaky enemy and you die. All that progress, all that effort, gone, with no way to return. Saddened, you lay back on your chair, but an idea pops in your mind.
Maybe if I picked up that airy skull, the one that gives me vulnerability, it probably would have saved me in that situation. Especially partnered up with that Aphrodite spell, that would have weakened the enemies and allowed me to grind straight through them.
Excited, you pick up your controller again, spend some of your meta progression points on upgrades, and start a new run. Full of hope that this will be the one where you will land on the so-called God run. This is the power of good progression systems in roguelikes. The idea of exploring the game, finding all these cool new elements and items that are gonna elevate your build and allow you to later theory craft and create the perfect playstyle for yourself. Unfortunately, my game Elementum is not quite there yet. It has an alarmingly low decision making opportunities that... Let me just show you. When playing the game, players only have two choices. They can either get a new spell or they can upgrade a current one, which is, by the way, done in a very linear way. That sucks. But finding the best progression system is not an easy process at all. It involves things like playing different titles, reading Wikipedia pages and development notes, studying people's reactions and behavior when playing those games, writing down multiple ideas and seeing which ones would fit. My point is, a lot goes into that research, so sometimes it can take months to figure out. What really helped me was to note down all of my ideas in Miro and then after that create possible scenarios with them. For example, let's say I designed 4 or 5 different rewards. My next step would be to estimate how much will each one of them appear during a run. That whole process took about 2 to 3 weeks, full of research after research and theory after theory, until I had this idea. What if I get ideas of different games and how they do their rewards, put them all in my game, right? This is not stealing, this is just getting ideas, and then call it a day. Come on now, that's genius. Let's start with the books. Those pretty much remain unchanged, except now they only grant you a spell and will be out of the pool once the player has full inventory. Next up are the stat rewards. In case you guys are long-term fans of the channel, you might actually remember them. I used to have them way back in the day, and every time that you collect one, it will increase your player stat by 1. They work pretty much the same now, but will also boost the spell stat. For example, the life reward will increase your max life points by 1, as well as all of your spells' elementum chance. Another example would be the resistance reward, that will increase the player's armor and also all of his spells' crit chance. These will be the rewards that you will be getting like half the time, boosting both your player and also your spell stats, making you grow stronger. For the next reward, I'm introducing amulets. These will be like passives to the game, generally in favor of the player, but to give you a better idea, here's an example. Once acquired, each time you kill an enemy with your secondary spell, an explosion will spawn. That explosion's damage will be determined by the amount of strength that the player has. Strength being one of the stat rewards, of course. That way I can tie the stats into pretty much all aspects of the game, which makes all systems work together, and that's beautiful. However, building all these stats and amulets, it's only going to be like the secondary focus for the player. What I believe the main one is going to be will be the pineapple. This reward will allow you to upgrade an aspect of one of your current spells. Some aspects can be acquired once and will shift the spell's behavior significantly, others can be acquired multiple times through the run, stacking their effect. This system should offer the players a lot of choice when it comes to how they want to customize their spells and ultimately their synergy, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Imagine the winged bouncing ball that travels at an insane speed and also splits in two every time that it hits a wall. This is what I imagine the spellcrafting would be. The final two would be the essence, which is sort of like a meta progression used to unlock characters and different things, but also to reroll the options that you got from the pineapple, the amulet, or even the books. The other one is the health potion, which is pretty self-explanatory. Now, I know this was probably a lot of information, but I wanted to quickly sit down and share with you guys what I had in mind for the progression system. I do believe that with a system like this, players will have enough freedom and choice to craft their own builds by assembling and evolving their spells, upgrading their stats, and also fulfilling their amulet's purpose, one room at a time. I can't stress enough how much I want to hear you guys' opinion. I'm currently in the middle of creating all these systems, so any ideas for amulets or pineapple upgrades are very much welcome. You can leave those down in the description, and I do plan on sharing a demo in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, you can wishlist the game. As always, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description. On a final note, I know that I mentioned that I want to try a weekly upload schedule, but that was very much not feasible. I'm having a really hard time juggling my full-time job with YouTube and also game development and, free time. For the time being, I'm gonna upload videos whenever I have a significant change, which is about like a month apart. Again, I can't promise anything really. However, if you guys want to see more frequent updates, I did start posting on Twitter some small clips of things that I'm working on. So if you follow me there, you're gonna be getting more of like a weekly basis, small videos of progress. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, comment pineapple, and yeah, that's it. Bye.